I forgot to give you one last time, and that is something we did in class. Just for your alternating bass practice, on a G descending bass here, that is just very, very repetitive, and it gets you used to this motion and gives you a little movement to make the song sound interesting. So I'll just show you what you should be practicing here. I'm just taking a G chord that I'm making like a standard G, but with this formation where I have my ring finger on string 6 fret 3 and my pinky on string 1 fret 3, and I really only need this bass line here on string 6, this bass note, which I'm going to move down progressively and keep this alternating bass going. See what the alternating bass would be: string 6 fret 3, and I'm just alternating that with string 4 open, and then I move it down to this F sharp and have the F sharp on string 6 fret 2, alternate it with string 4 open, and then string 6 fret 1 alternated with string 4 open. So the practice that you should do is this, not formed like this as a G chord. I'm just doing this to demonstrate, and then I'll play it the way you should actually finger it. But you would have string 6 fret 3 to string 4, string 6 fret 2 to string 4, and then string 6 fret 1 to string 4, and it comes out like this. With my, see my middle finger here, I now have on string 6 fret 2, and then I come to string 6 fret 1, and I can put either my index finger or curl my thumb over to get string 6 fret 1, and I have, so let's just try that a second. Here's what you should be playing. And that is in Homeward Bound, the Paul Simon song. That starts off like this. I'm sitting in the railroad station, got a ticket for my destination. Now, if you want to make that a little more interesting, add a little more of these treble notes up here to it. You can just do this by getting excuse me. And what I'm doing there is I'm just doing a little pattern on using my index finger on string 3 open. Everything's open, so you can really concentrate on just getting the proper alternated pattern with your thumb down, and you just put this little rhythmic little G note, that is on string 6 fret 3, that you introduce into this little pattern. Hear it? Here's bass, bass, string 6 fret 3 bass, and then I hit this string 3 open, and then go back and finish that bass. So it comes out. And then if you're singing with that, you're going, I'm sitting in the railroad station, got a ticket for my destination. All right? Now, I'll just take that a little farther, because I'm just interested in you getting something that you can practice to get this down. I'm not too worried about anything else that you add. I just want you to be able to do this, and then we'll work on adding these other notes in. where that goes from there, it goes to an E open, a string 6 open, to an E chord, an E major chord. And you do the same thing, which would be string 6 to string 4. Now you have your ring finger on string 4, fret 2. It's not open anymore. So your bass pattern would be this. And if it goes, I'm sitting in the railroad station, got a ticket for my destination. Now I'll just continue that in case you want to keep moving with the song. And I'm just going to do it with the bass. On a tour of one night stands by, that's an A minor, to an F. And once again, I'm just going to curl this over string 6, fret 3. I know this is difficult for you at your level right now, but it's a little stretch exercise for you, because I do need that bass in. And I'm going to go down to an F made on just 4 frets. String 1 and 2, I've got my index finger covering, they're holding them down. And then my middle finger at string 3, fret 2, that's an A note. And this F note right here at string 4, fret 4. And that's what I'm alternating. String 6, fret 1, that's an F note. And string 4, fret 3, excuse me. And that's an F note as well. So I'll just play the song through to there, and there's only 2 more chords after that. You go, I'm sitting in the railroad station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour, now I'm alternating string 5 and string 4, because I want this A for this A minor. I want that A note prominent. On a tour of one night stands my... Now I put that F chord, suitcase and guitar in hand, and then up to a G. Then reminds me where I... And then you just come down for this little brief jump off that you can skip at this point, because if you can, certainly put that chord in, but that chord just comes in and out to a G. And then it goes to Homeward Bound to a C. I wish I was homeward bound. Now I'm on string 5 and 4 and I'm alternating. Why? Because I'm on a C chord. I want that C note at string 5, fret 3, not the G note at string 6, fret 3. You could use that, but it sounds more solid, and at your level you want to sound solid. Home where my thoughts say, I'm just going to go back and forth on G, C, G, C, silent to an F, silently for me. So go through that with the bass notes just again, and it's, I'm sitting in the railroad station, bought a ticket for my destination. See, I'm moving that bass. I finish off with this E. A, going to a one night stands my suitcase to an F, to a G. And this face I see reminds me that I to the F won't long to be. See, it's just 2. Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. And on the C chord down, G, home of my C, G, C, G. Love lies written F. That's a little intro I gave you at class, and I'm just taking strings 2 and 3 open and plucking them together, and then I have a hammer-on pull-off on those 2 strings with my index finger at string 2, fret 1, my middle finger at string 3, fret 2. And then I come down with my my middle finger at string 3, fret 2, ring finger at string 4, fret 3, like the top of an F chord there. which it is, and I go, I have these down, and then I have it open. Then I come up just like the top of a C chord, which it is, and that is middle finger at string 4 fret 2 on that E note, and string 5 fret 3, which is a C note, with my ring finger, and then open string 4 and 5, finished with this bass note G. Okay, you got it. Now you just have to practice it. See you next time.